These are mods for the Robo R1 3D printer. This is the extruder latch, which was extremely poorly designed when it first came out. Here is the latch. You had to squeeze this against these springs in order to load your filament into this hole. Not only was this difficult to do, but it was hard to hold this open and to effectively feed the filament down into your hot end. One of the major problems was that these washers used to get hung up on the threads on the screw and make it almost impossible to get your filament in because this would not open completely. I designed some 3D printed parts which totally eliminated this problem. This goes on the spring end and this goes on the screw head end. Now, instead of pressing against the screw heads and the latch, then you have a piece of plastic that you can push against and the latch. This makes it much easier to open this up and to feed your filament in. This is what it looks like when it's completely compressed. And here this shows how your filament hole is exposed so that you can feed your filament in here. And here is your knurled screw that actually feeds the filament down to your hot end. This is another shot that shows the end part that you actually push together with the latch to open up the filament hole. I designed these mods on Tinkercad and you can get them for free. It's called the Robo R1 spring double cover, and also this part here is called the Robo R1 latch screw cover. This will make it a lot easier to use your R1 printer. This will work for the R1 Plus also. Mine is an R1 Plus. And you'll be able to change your filaments easier. You always have to clip off the filament when you want to feed new filament into it, because if you pull it out and then try to refeed that portion back into this extruder, it will not work. You need clean filament, so clip off whatever used part was and cut off a nice clean piece at an angle, and it'll feed in very easily. So to get these parts, make sure you go to Tinkercad and search for Robo R1. Thank you for watching.